Just pulling into Sydney City Toyota this morning. Are you wondering why? Must be getting some spare parts or something, you're thinking. No, we're walking right past the spare parts and service area. New car sales, you say? I've decided to go with a white one this time and just a standard aluminium tray. So the reason for the colour change is I'm sick of the scratches, and the reason for the aluminium tray so I can put a tipper in it. We signed our life away and we're in the waiting period now for the new 79 to come. There's one more stop I need to make. Next stop is Solve Offroad, where we're going to organise a pre-rego portal build. Nick and the boys here, they do all of Mark's portal builds down in Sydney. Caught up with some old faces. Nick and Steve, heavily involved in the rock crawling still. I know the new 79 is going to be in great hands. So we made the choices we need to make with the portals. So the spring choice, shock choice, wheel choice. We got the brake controller, brake booster. It's all set now. Everything can be ordered and wait for the arrival of the new truck. Should be a fun build. Also nice enough to give me a 79 rear diff housing. So I won't have to put speedy sleeves now on my rear axle or my spindles. We'll be able to sort this out when we pull the center out to fix the diff center. We've got a lot of trips still planned for this current 79, so I'm going to go back to a 2-inch front coil now that we're not running the Trepidors anymore. So the blue ones are my TJM ones that I've been running for years. The silver ones are a 2-inch heavy duty progressive EFS coil, and I've got the light duty EFS 3-inch in the car at the moment. So I'm going to run the TJM ones. If anybody wants a set of 2 or 3s, just send me a note below. We'll work something out. I'm going to replace those 2 rear shocks that are leaking with, again, the RS 9000. The reason I haven't changed is because it's a long travel shock. It's hard to get that length shock because we've modified the rear end with the high clearance plates, so we've adjusted the heights of the shock. There's my replacement quad rear shock. But most importantly, this is a solid spacer kit. So it's a bearing kit for the rear diff of the 79 with a solid spacer. So this is going to have all the bearings and seals I need to pull that rear center out and replace the pinion seal, the spacer. We're going to put a solid spacer in it, plus all the bearings in there. I might actually make a video of the removal of that center and doing all this. Also notice how in their kit they use genuine bearings and a genuine seal put in a container that can't be crushed. So that's the culprit there. That's what's leaking on my truck at the moment. And this is the solid spacer as opposed to a collapsible one, which we'll show you when we open it up. This rear axle's a real mess. The axle seal won't hold oil. My spindles are all scored where the bearings sit. Where the back seal sits on the back bearing, it's all scored, so it's letting water in. That's potentially where I'm getting all the water in the diffs all the time. So doing this fix for myself, it's going to be like new again. We'll put new bearings, new brakes. We'll put new bearings in the center as well now that we've got the kit. Michael's my Toyota guy, and he's a legend. EO for Denny, emergency order. Now, the discs we can't get, they're all ex-Japan. So there's like a 1-month wait for discs at the moment. So what we'll do is we'll put this together. All right, he sent an air filter for Shell's car. So we've got rear pads and we've got 2 wheel bearing kits. So these will have all the seals that we need, plus the bearings. They have 2 bearings, the rear seal, the axle seal, the gasket, and the lock plate for the bearing. Also time to do the sway bar bushes. So not only for myself for the next 6 months, but also for resale of the car. So whoever buys it will know that the rear end's been done. The truck's got 110,000 Ks on it. The rear tube housing, the rear diff will have new bearings. This housing we've got is brand new. It's gone from the factory to the portal house and it's come off. We've got a couple of big tows, late June, early July, tow and bullet truck around. So it's going to be all good for that. It'll be good for our Christmas holiday trip that we do once a year. And then come 2022, the arrival of the new one, the portals, exciting times. Our next video is going to be of us stripping this rear one down and rebuilding it all. I'll do a video of that, of inside the diff center, putting the solid spacer in, which I highly recommend. Now, the inside information I've got with the 79 is they're not going to be around for much longer. I think 18 months they're going to actually stop physically building them. So anyone in the market, it could take up to 9 months at the moment, get in there and sign away. Now, I haven't been a fan of the DPF model, but I do have people that I know that can retune, do deletes. I wasn't a fan of the new gearbox gearing, but with the portal reductions, it'll fix that. The 2016 model I have, it's awesome. I love it. I can't fault it. But moving forward, I think it was the right choice to get a new one. Hope you enjoyed this. And as always, thanks for watching.